Hello everyone, my name is Tyler Sheehan and I am the project manager of Beaver Construction.
Proud project.
Some of our background: we were established in 1949. We were founded by Charles Livingston. The company name actually came from his wife. She was very fascinated by the beavers by the dam and their work ethics, so she kind of came up with the name of this. Our company organization. Here's our organizational chart. We have me, the project manager. Tina is the scheduler, with Dan being the cost estimator. Civil designers: Tina. Richard is the architect, and Ryan has the safety. So me, the project manager. I have successfully led projects in the past, and I'm very good with all the skills like project management, blueprinting, and CAD and Navisworks. So I think I'm qualified for the job. And we have a civil engineer. Brianna has a lot of skills that have to go with the civil engineer, so I think she's very qualified. Ryan has the safety part. He has many jobs with safety where he has trained new employees, and he has his OSHA 30. Tina is our scheduler. She has also planned projects that were very successful. She is very good with MS Project as well. Richard is our architect. He has built many houses, so he knows, and buildings, so he knows how they are built and structured. He also has been to Italy, where he has taken some of the ideas that he's seen there and brought them here to other projects. And Dan is our cost estimator. He's very good with Navisworks, Revit, and he's done some jobs where his costs have been done. I'm going to give it up to our architect, Richard.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Richard Lombardo. I'm the Chief Architect of Beaver Construction. Here today to show you guys what your city will look like when you work with Beaver Construction. Here's an aerial view of your city. To the left here we have our train station. To the right is our city center, as well as residential housing and business operations. To the center, or to the middle of our picture here, is our convention center. And alright, live look in here of our city center, where work lives and social lives interact. Lined with retail stores, fresh markets, restaurants, pubs, and vendors. During the day, it creates a buzzing atmosphere because it's all within walking distance, similar to what you'd find in Florence, Italy. And when the workday ends and the sun goes down, you can find live entertainment, great places to eat, as well as cool places to have drinks with your colleagues and friends. To the north of our city center is our residential area, where you'll find affordable living. Tyler? Now moving west across Main Street is our main attraction, the convention center, in the shape of a music note. This highlights St. Louis's culture, and it is also the logo for the St. Louis Blues hockey team. On our roof, we're going to have urban farming and solar panels. Solar panels to reduce the energy or the cost of energy in our convention centers, and urban farming to provide fresh food to the citizens of our city, and it will be primarily sold in our city center. Here's our look-in of our first floor. This is just an example of a car show. We have adequate spacing for conventions of all sizes. And this is as well, not just the first floor, but the second floor and the third floor. Here's an example of just a car show, comparable in size to the Chicago Auto Show on Lakeshore Drive in McCormick Place. And I'm going to give it up to Mr. Ryan Nichols.
How's it going, guys? My name's Ryan Naples. I'm the safety manager here at Beaver Construction, where we take safety very seriously. So the location of first aid will be placed everywhere throughout the job site. OSHA defines first aid as aid applied directly after an incident occurs, which is why we have put them everywhere around the job site, because we do have a large-scale sized job here. Along with all first aid packages are MSDSs on all different kinds of chemicals and things that we have to be working with. Everyone needs to be informed on what exactly they're working with, so that's what we have for them. So our fire and ambulance access is very important for our safety. They need to be get in and get out as soon as possible. That's why we are going to have temporary roads throughout the construction site to easily get any fire truck or ambulance or anyone that needs to get in there in a hurry. We'll put crane mats out on the temporary roads, and we will maintain them daily to make sure that the ease of access is always there for any emergency vehicle. OSHA requirements. The construction of our job has many different aspects and obstacles that we have to go through, such as excavating, electrical work, confined spaces, even industrial hygiene, and you know, working up high with fall protection and things like that. So we will be going through different things like that. So for electrical safety, you can find that on the subpart K, any standards for that, anything you need to look up for. We will be using all proper PPE, means gloves, anything that we need to do. We'll be working on line breakers and outlets, but as long as we use the proper equipment, everything will be safe there. Something else we're going to run into is confined spaces. You can find that probably under subpart S in the OSHA handbook, the 1926 construction handbook. On our job site, we require air monitors when entering a confined space, and for it to be either worn on their person or to be hung at the same level as their head anytime that they're in the confined space. Also require there to be at least one person on hole watch per person in the hole. That's a very important job, even though a lot of companies like to slack on that and just hire anyone. We have all trained professionals on our hole watch and fire watch. Industrial hygiene is another big one because diseases and things like that can spread very fast through working close together with other people. So we're going to have everyone make sure that they're very clean and keep up their hygiene. Also, OSHA states that we have to have one porta potty for every 25 people on the job. So according to, or whatever, however many people we have on the job, we will adjust the situation to that accordingly. Also, we are going to be exposed to many harmful poisons and materials, things like that, so we have to make sure that we're disposing of these in the proper way and everything like that. Fall protection is another big one. That was the #1 death of any construction site worker in the year 2013. So it's a big one that we're going to be looking out for. Our employees are going to be tied off anything that exceeds a height greater than 4 feet unless handrails are installed. We also provide the employee with their own harness for anything that they have to be tied off for and do a harness for. And trenching and excavating is another big one, especially for our foundation of the convention center. It's going to be a huge excavation site. So we will have to have several different areas of excavation. That means that we will have to be careful with our machines and things like that. They don't get too close to each other because, like I said, several different areas of excavation means we're going to have more machines closer together. We want to stay out of the swing radius of the machines. We're going to want to maintain three-way communication and have spotters for every vehicle. I'll now pass it off to Brianna, our site logistics.
Hi, I'm Brianna Young, and I am the site logistics person. Ryan already hit on some of the things as far as with the fire and ambulance. We're going to have easy access for the fire and ambulance trucks if an incident does occur. We're going to have temporary roads, therefore they can get in and out and as quickly and as fast as possible, and also safe for our workers. Also, we're going to have crane mats and things in our lay down area. Everything's going to have its own designated place within our garage. That's on the site logistics chart that's on the next slide. This is our site logistics plan. The orange fencing right here is just going to be the barriers that's going to go around the actual site, and then the orange lines are going to be the pedestrian walkways, since we have towns and the city center the city center that's gonna be filled with a lot of different people, so they need another option of where to walk. The laydown area is gonna be our garage where we put our tools and things like that. The pentagons, so the yellow pentagons are gonna be our dumpsters that we have laid out all over the construction site. We're also gonna have the temporary roads. I didn't put them on this chart, but I will in the future. The orange boxes are gonna be our HVAC, our electric, and our plumbing. And this is our city center, convention center, of course. We got several different entrances and exits. We have 3 entrances, 3 exits for different things going in and out, employee parking, and things like that. So I hand it over to you.
All right, I'm the construction scheduler. This is our Gantt chart. At the very top right there, under that black bracket, that's the date that we will start with this project of the convention center. And over here is the schedule for phase 1. So this is part of phase 1. And then the purple are the main activities, which would be the black ones over here. And then the critical path are the things that we need to get done ASAP. And since we've chosen to go with precast, pre-stressed concrete, everything has become a critical path because we're trying to get this done as soon as possible. So these are the resources required for our critical path. These are all of our teammates over here. You know, the typical project manager, engineer, architect. So this is all of the people that we need to get done on time. The duration for this project originally is about 5.5 years, but we crunched it down to 2 years. That's why everything is on a critical path. We have to get it done. It'll take 100,000 labor hours, and then we'll have 8-hour shifts, so 3 8-hour shifts. And that way we can work around the clock to get the project done. To speed up the project I told you about before, we're doing the pre-stressed, pre-cast concrete. So this is our 4th floor, and then these are the columns that will support it. So that's all of the concrete columns that we're going to be using. And all of this is an estimated $3.4 billion. And then I included a little quote of why we work and all that. Beavers, when they are awake, they are amazingly industrious. A beaver colony is able to build a large lodge in only a couple of nights. Beavers do not hibernate and remain active throughout the winter. Ethan Shaw. So, like I said before, we will work around the clock to ensure that you are satisfied and get your project on time. And then Dan.
Hi, my name is Dan. I was the cost estimator for our project. We estimated our project to, our convention center to end up costing about $3.4 billion, and the whole thing's going to be about 3.5 million square feet. As our value added, as Richie talked about before, basically what we're trying to do with all these value added is make as much square feet as possible profitable for you, so we can keep money in your pocket after it's been built. This is a video that's tied in our Gantt chart with it actually being built. It should, like Tina said, it should take about 2 years. So we estimated it costs about $800 million per floor, with throughout 4 floors all the way across. And just showing it all being built up. This is an overview of our cost estimates, which is going to be our main big money things here. And again, this is where we got our number from.
Okay, choose us. Me being the project manager, I will make sure there is a final inspection at the end of the job. So our value added was the pre-stressed, precast concrete, solar panels, and the urban farming. All these things really make our building unique. I think we have the best members in our group to get this job done with low cost and fast time. And we will provide exceptional work until the end. Thank you for choosing Beaver Construction.
$15 minutes and 8 seconds.